Hello, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our daily stock market insights. Today is Saturday, January 23rd, 4:26 p.m. And in this video, as always, we are going to review the most trending stocks in the Philippine market. And likewise, I also be including the ones you guys have requested. Okay, before I get started, I'm Miss JD. I do review stocks every single day. So if you like this kind of videos, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I have new videos. Okay, so I also would like to recognize those people who are taking the time to acknowledge and drop comments on our channel here. You're actually helping. You're helping the channel grow if you hit like, if you hit subscribe, and most especially when you drop comments, because YouTube is going to discover us if we have a lot of engagement in our channel. So if you're getting something out of these content I'm making, um, just do any of those. I would be very happy. Okay. Furley, thank you. I got that. I listed Meg and SEC. Jenny, thank you for this, Miss JD. Learned a lot and applied some learnings today. Ask ko lang po, do you consider averaging up in APL? Um, I would have to say later on I'll check out the chart. So I in this video where you made a comment on, so remember my average here was 0.18, and then I managed to exit at the top, releasing 50% of my size. Then when it dropped, I entered again, right? So my new average now is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, around 0.24. So if there is an opportunity, I would increase my volume if the price will still be around that level. So if it's still very near, but we'll definitely talk about APL today, and I'll just pick it up from there. Definitely, I want to add more, and I just need to understand the current setup at any given time. If it's giving me signals to buy some more, then I will. I most of the time enter in tranches. So early here said thank you again, Miss JD. Thank you too. Based upon your experience, is position better or position trading better than day trading, especially sa mga newbies po? Okay, so my key learnings here is that, well, when I started my journey in the stock market, and we cannot deny this, a lot of us may be in the same situation or might have been in the same situation. So when I started, I really cannot concentrate on my work. I kept on looking at the chart. I kept on looking at my portfolio, and then chances are, with me doing that, I wanted to trade almost every single day. So I think that's considered day trading. And yes, I was able to gain. However, with very little gains, I get so excited. I exit right away. While it's true that position trading, it was also done with a mindset of being a position trader. So the setup is actually for a position trader. But because of me looking into my portfolio every single time, my emotions are interfering, when in fact I already had a mindset to let it go up higher. So, um, as we gain tenure in this field, we are more disciplined. We get to become disciplined in our emotions. But definitely, position trader for me, okay, um, worked for me because it gave a bigger, well, it all depends on your profile, but my experience, position trading is giving me better reward without having to do a lot, right? But um, I'm thinking if I become full time, then if I become full time trader, and then I can manage my emotion, then slowly day trading would be my route. Shall I say position trading first? Okay, first level for newbies, I'd say investor, mid to long term. Then the next level would be position trading. And then if you already know the ins and outs and you have your own strategy, then you can level up some more and become a day trader. And if you become a day trader, my recommendation is you have to focus on it. While others can do this with a job on the side, it will interfere in your job, and it's not helping, right? You cannot be a good employee at the same time. You cannot master your trades as well, because two things are bothering you every single day, right? So again, some people can become a day trader even if they have a job. Okay, thank you, Miss JD from Edgar. Wait na yung mga case study mo. Alright, let me know guys if you like that kind of content. I started sharing some of my trades, then let me know. If you like it, then I can do more of that. Yeah, road to 3K. Uh, congrats po. Thank you, and please share our channel to your friends. Okay, so let's get started. PSEI. Okay. PSEI is not looking good at the moment. It's starting to trigger the Bollinger Band. This one we stayed flat over here. Bollinger Band is just flat, almost sideways in movement. And we started to trigger. So chances are we will potentially experience some more downfall here for our index. Okay, you see that? So, and the reason why I'm plotting it there is because that is the next possible stop for our support. Although there's one over here, let me just plot that as well. There's one over here, and the reason why I said that is because I see this area over here. 3 days. It consolidated, bounced, slight bounces on these days. At the same time, there was a long wick that touched this level as well. So we are going to observe that area. We could be stopping there and then sideways and bounce. But worst is it could also go down as low as 6,700. You know, the new variant of the COVID-19 entering the country is not helping at all. It is slowing down our recovery, even, even if the vaccine is already on its way to the country, right? So there will be some declines that we experience in the index with that kind of situation. At the same time, just looking at the technicals, we've been climbing up. We even had a gap up here. We had a gap up here, so this climb, a lot of institutions have already been they've been very profitable already with their positions in the stocks included in the index, and so they're taking profit. As a result, we are experiencing some weakness the past few weeks, and in fact this one over here is also not helping at all. It's triggering the lower band. If you're a follower of this channel, you would always hear me say this: once a candlestick triggers either side, continuation happens. Look at this. It started triggering the upper band, then continuation happens. This one too. Most likely we'll also experience the same. Alright? Okay, so the next stock. So let's get started and cover. So there's a support here as well. Pala. Let's cover the requests that you guys have. Okay, for Mag. Okay, Mag is also not looking good. I didn't realize we've been rallying for the past how many months now, and we became we started declining in momentum while we reached this level. Movements became smaller and smaller. Our progress daily starting to manifest some slowdown. And why did I say that? Um, See this? While the price was moving higher and higher each time, your RSI has also manifested some deteriorating momentum. See that? So we've been declining while the stock price is going up. This one as well, this candlestick is a bearish candlestick. And we're at that resistance when this came out. So that was your trigger. That could have been your trigger to lock in some profit. Okay. Next would be, so where could it possibly drop? I could be plotting. I can plot some key levels here, but um, I know there's a big chance it will not stop here, right? That is the nearest possible support. But I would have to say this could be easily broken. Then there's another one here. Maybe this one could be, there could be a big chance that we could do sideways first and then move up. But here, this is the nearest support but could easily be broken. Next is SCC. SCC is still, not looking good still. I would have to say, let us plot our support at its previous support and previous resistance. This is its resistance before, which became a support. Okay. However, um, our resistance here is on a decline. So again, before we complete the elements of a downtrend, which are lower highs and lower lows. Before we even reach the lower low, it will first challenge the previous support and previous resistance because we could bounce at that level and then recover and break this downtrend resistance. But if that support gets broken, then we could end up really validating our downtrend channel here, right over here. Okay, so it has to first conquer this level. If not, it will drop up to this point, making now, um, if that happens, then you have this downtrend channel. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Increased up here, it dropped, and it bounced, but this time around, the bounce is not as high as what we had here. Therefore, it's starting to manifest a downtrend. At the same time, we're also lower than the MA20 line. So I'm not expecting a lot as of yet for SCC. We have to observe 1277 and 12 peso level in the next days. APL. Okay, so this is APL. I said my average here is already around 0.24 because I re-entered at 0.31 the previous day during this day. This heavy decline. But we were able to lock in our profit here at 0.42. Now, am I going to add? Yes. This one, I was not able to catch this. I woke up around 11, if I'm not mistaken. 11:30 in the morning last Friday, and I saw this. Had I seen this, I must have entered right at this level because this was a good area to catch. This is our support. You had your support here, and we went as near as this. And I mentioned earlier, if I know that this is a support, and then a lot of people could be placing an order here, I could place 1 cent or 2 cents higher, or a few cents higher, so that my order will be executed. So I don't really wait for the max, right? If I'm plotting 0.23 and I see a lot of bids around that area, normally I would enter my bid at a much higher level so that my order will be hit first. I could have entered here. See, that's the point. Um, if I want to become a day trader, then I really have to focus on this. I have to focus on this because there could be a lot of opportunities that I will be able to miss if I have a job, right? Because right now my profile is the farthest or the best that I can do in the market is to become a position trader because I have a job and I start normally my day because I have a flexi schedule. It would normally start around 1 in the afternoon, and then being a work from home setup, when I work, I only stop when I'm super tired and I am just going to sleep. So chances are I would always sleep around 3 or 4 in the morning. And the time when you see me record or you see my videos around 2, 3 in the morning, that's when I manage to complete my tasks at work. But I don't ever skip this daily stock market analysis because, again, my objective here is to build that muscle memory that each time I see a chart, I could right away understand the direction of each stock. So we are a work in progress in this market. That's why we need to do this every single day. Okay, so linking it back to what I said, if I'm a full-time trader, I will see this. I must have noticed that right away. So now what I can do is, because the stock has a history of having long wicks, right? Long wicks here, wicks, 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 so many wicks every single day almost. So I can easily say that maybe by Monday we could experience the stock. I don't think it. While it's true that I cannot be support at this area, but I don't think it could visit that. Let me just be a little realistic here. So it could drop up to, let's say, 0.25. So from this level to this level, I could buy some more. But I'll try to haggle. Hopefully it will touch the 0.25 area. Then I will not be nervous because I know there's a solid backstory why the stock is gaining momentum at the moment. Gaining investors are showing interest in the stock. See this? Foreign buying once present, significant volume. Let me just see this. Let's see the behavior of the foreign investors in the past days. Oh, see that? Big volume. So I'm anticipating it will continue to push higher. So they must have entered right here. Notice what happened here. They must have entered right here. And then they took profit right here. Because the volume that entered here is just almost the same volume that exited here. So they waited for a few days. So I'm thinking we could have the same movement, and I will just plot our resistance at the moment based on what I see here. We could have another resistance at this same level, or it could, if we will have more buying, uh, foreign buying in the coming days, then we could easily break that because we all know that they bring in the volume. They bring in the volume, and they can push the price higher. So anywhere from 0.25 to 0.32 is a good area to buy. And for myself, I could add some more. But if it goes higher and near, let's say 0.35, doesn't look appealing to me anymore. I and that's just me. Okay, if I will add, I'll make sure that I will only add lower than my last entry, because my last entry here was 0.315. If I can buy lower than that, then that's a much better story. But definitely, I have a strong sentiment, or my conviction for this stock to move higher is around 80%. The next one, okay, so time to go to our trending stocks. So we talked about APL, let's talk about BSC. BSC over here started manifesting a bounce, and when a stock experiences a heavy downfall, normally there's an immediate reaction. For instance, this one, significant climb, then there's an immediate reaction. And I would have to say, BSC, there's really no big story at the moment. But this could just be a beginning of something, insider moves. We don't really know yet. That's not disclosed yet. So we're waiting for a disclosure what that is. But at the moment, just looking at the chart alone, I would have to say this has already bounced. And this is just good for short-term trading at the moment, because I don't have any facts to support. Unlike APL, there are really some facts that I can refer to, and it's already posted in the disclosure, right? So for this stock, I would have to say 0.97 to the 1 peso level is a good entry, and just set your expectations. You can take profit up to 191 if it will go back to that, and it will give you a good what? Let's say you enter right here. Wow, that's a 66%. So you can even be, a little conservative with your expectation and just take profit halfway, and that's a good 30%. Right? But right now, there is a chance just looking at the chart. AR as well, same story. It experienced a significant climb over here, and then it dropped, right? So any drastic movement in a stock will give you a reverse reaction. So same is true with this one, right? You can try it out anywhere between 0.52 to 0.0052 and 0.0067 are still good levels to try. And then we are looking into a possibility of it continuing to the upside. Now you can set your expectation, right? Because I don't see any solid news around this as of yet. No, no disclosures or anything. Just take advantage of the chart. The basis of this is just the chart. That using my Bollinger Band here, it actually bounced around the MA20, and then chances are it could continue to the upside. So anywhere between the yellow line and the 0.0067, that is still a good area to start doing test buys. Let's continue with Dito. Dito, see this? While it declined, the foreign investors are just holding on to their position. In past 2 days, you have a solid foreign buying still. Okay, so I would have to say this is still an accumulation phase, and probably we're just waiting for the big news to come out. But 1165 is still a good area. 11 peso if the market will give you a chance right there. Still a good buy. Actually, this one over here, if the market will give you a chance, but just manage your expectation. I don't think it could go down and as low as this, but yeah, let's just put it there. Okay, 1088 to 11 peso area would be a good entry point if the market gives us a chance right there. Okay, PHA. By the way, guys, my take on this, and this is just me talking. Okay, it depends on you, but I have a mid to long term outlook for Dito. And my entry here, I've been adding while this was just starting to recover. And because I added some more here on the 10 peso level, around the 6 peso level, but I was able to enter around the 3 peso level here and started locking in some profit along the way. So in the end, I now have an average of 6 point something here. But this I have not entered around the 1 peso level, sayang. But I was able to enter around the 3 peso. So yes, there will be corrections along the way, but the overall trajectory of the stock is really to go up. We have all the preparations done for its launch date. For PHA also somehow already recovered, but it could still go back, you know, because of these long wicks. It similar to the other secondary stocks I mentioned earlier, long wicks, right? So the chances of it hitting the 232, don't rush, guys. Even if, let's say, at the start of the day, it was already moving up. In a lot of times, midday it could go down. People will take profit, so better to be on the conservative side, realistic. Okay, so 232 is the support level that I see at the moment. And if you want to take profit, first layer could be this area, and then next layer could be that area. This is there. Two key levels. BDO. BDO for me, I'm happy. BDO gave me a lot of money, and I'm already thankful for that. Um, it is currently resisting at that level, creating some lower highs. But overall, if you are going to be a long-term investor, I would have to say this is still very, manageable level. But I think you can still haggle and enter at a much lower price. But overall, if you are going to talk about long-term, there is a big, big chance that you're still entering at a very cheap area. We at one point reached the 159 level, but we're unsure how long will it take for this stock to go back to that area. So it's really good for long-term investors. ACEN. ACEN, we got rejected here again. So let's observe. But look at your foreign buying, guys. Foreign buying, solid, solid. So I think we're still at the accumulation phase, just accumulating. Okay. 639 could still be hit within next week, and then hopefully it recovers and move up um, some more. But with this foreign buying, um, if they must have entered right here, I don't think they'll take profit anytime soon. Foreign investors will make significant moves, and then that's when they take profit. Let's try to dissect this. They started entering here, and then they took profit here. So probably they entered weird. Siguro naipit sila dito. But they've started accumulating. They accumulated here. Yep. And then for all we know, they entered and exited here same day. But this was the main exit. So I think this was they weren't that profitable here. They exit right away. But this one is a solid buying. They're accumulating definitely. Look at this. See that? This one too. They've been accumulating. But this is the closest that I can link this movement. The next one is ABA. ABA also similar to VSC. This was greatly affected by the 2 days of flooring, and slowly it is giving us some slight recovery. So I think here you can just take advantage of the bounce and manage your expectation again. Yes, true, it could move higher, but if we are to be conservative, it could create a lower high. But definitely it is going to bounce. But just manage your expectation in the event it will create a lower high. Where could it possibly go next? Probably 138, but it could even go higher than that. But just so you can manage your expectation and be sure that you will be able to take profit, you can do that. Then that will give you around 20% gain. Okay, but for now, 0.98 to 109, anywhere between that range is still a good area to do trust buys and uh, just quick trades. This one, MRC for me, um, the area here is could be around this level. Yeah, 0.60. 0.60, they're around that, 0.60. So hard to be exact, but it is an area. Just take note of that. It could be a little higher or a little lower, but definitely this will most likely consolidate first. And one thing you need to observe while the stock is consolidating, see if the momentum is there. See if the stock remains, if the RSI remains to be around the 0.50 and above, then that should mean there's still sustained momentum, and chances are we could recover soon. 0.60 is the area that I'm looking at. URC, even though we had a green, I am not expecting a lot. We could just have some slight recovery because you have your MA20 line here, which is currently acting as a resistance. So I'm just going to plot it there. Just take note that that's your resistance. It could, all right, but if let's say you enter right here, this will give you not worth it. Okay, so let's say tomorrow or Monday we have most of the action happen below 147, then the next possible stop could be around this area, 144.90. And the reason why we are putting it there is because I see this accumulation here, so it's an area, okay, because it could even reach as low as 143. Okay, so that's but my overall sentiment here is this could still decline because it's still part of the index, right? And the index, I don't have a strong um, buying sentiment for the stocks in the index as of yet. Same is true with this one. Ali could still also decline, creating some lower highs at the moment. See that? It bounced but slightly higher. And this one from here to here, that's a decline. So we could be dropping some more. And 37.57, that could be, or 37.63, that could be an area to challenge. See that? That's your resistance there. Consolidation happened here. So that could be a significant level. Let us observe if it will be able to recover right at the area. This one too, not looking good, but let us see if it is going to sustain. What's interesting with this stock is your candlestick is starting to become smaller and smaller. So in case we could take advantage of those light bounces there, it could, right, from here it could break here, but this is your short-term resistance around the 194 area. So maybe we could see that kind of movement in the coming days, but currently it's trying to create a support at this level, but I'm not expecting a lot. For those people who want to enter, just quick trades would be fine for this stock. BPI also is currently sitting at a possible support. So this is considered to be at a higher level because you see that we already climbed and then did sideways. So the moment it breaks 79.81, that's your sign, guys. Lock in those profits that you have, because that's a signal that it could decline further downwards, probably up to this point, 74. Okay, so just see if we have a green coming out at this level, then that could be our confirmation, something like this. So that could be a confirmation of a bounce, or this one. Okay, Mary Mart. Mary Mart is currently still consolidating, but respecting your MA20 line. Okay, so interesting stock. I see solid fundamentals for Mary Mart. You see them, of course, in the past how many days we've read a lot of good news for Mary Mart. They're now starting to venture into wholesale, right? Competing with SNR and Landers, and they're opening several branches nationwide. So I think another good company to monitor, probably start engaging. And personally, okay, just for the record, I have Mary Mart in my portfolio. Also manageable size. I still have um, 30% of my allocation in the buying power, so that if I see good opportunities for Marimart, ACEN, APL, I could add some more. And yeah, I think that is it for this episode. I don't want to have a very long one because it might bore you. I can create another one, so I could cover some more stocks before Monday comes. All right. In the meantime, thank you, and feel free to drop a comment. Request your stock so I could prioritize that in my next video. I am thinking I could record another one this evening. In the meantime, thank you, and bye bye for now.